Hello everyone. Now we will cover part 4 of chapter 5, The Constitution of India, from a class 5 SST book. Here in this part, we will learn about the fundamental rights. Let us begin with an introduction. India has great diversity in its population. People of India are rich and poor, speak numerous different languages, belong to many different castes and religions, and also live in various different regions. Our constitution gives to all these citizens six fundamental rights. The word fundamental means essential and most important. A right is something that you must have. Fundamental rights are essential and important rights that people must have in a democracy. There are six fundamental rights. They are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Let us now discuss some important aspects of these fundamental rights. Our first right is right to equality. It emphasizes that all citizens are equal before the law, which means no difference should be made between men and women, rich and poor, or between people who belong to different religions, castes, or regions. Untouchability, which is the practice in the caste system where people belonging to some castes are considered to be untouchable, is also abolished, which means ended completely, and practicing it is forbidden under this right. Let us move on to our next right, which is right to freedom. It emphasizes freedom of speech and expression. It means people are free to speak or to express themselves through literature, art, or drama, but this should not be hurtful to others. It also includes protection of a person's life and freedom. Our next right is right against exploitation. Exploitation means to treat someone unfairly, especially making people work for no money or very little money. No child below the age of 14 years should be employed in any place that may be dangerous to health. No one can force people to work without payment or for very little payment. Next right is cultural and educational rights. Every community has the right to preserve, protect, and develop its own culture. Culture means a community's traditional way of doing things. Their dress and food, their art, music, dance, and literature, the language, and the religion. Interests of citizens belongs to minority groups, including the right to set up schools and colleges are protected. A minority group is a smaller group within a larger group. We also have a right known as right to education. In 2009, a law was made that gives all Indian children between the ages of 6 and 14 the right to free and compulsory education. Now, let us move to our sixth right, which is right to constitutional remedies. Remedy means a way to improve difficult situation. This right allows citizens to go to court if any of the other fundamental rights are being disregarded or taken away in any manner. Thus, with these, we completed discussing our six fundamental rights and their aspects. At the end, we should always know that though the Constitution guarantees fundamental rights to all citizens, we should not exercise our rights in such a way that the rights of other people are disregarded. We should also know that fundamental rights are the rights given to us by law. And it is not only given to the citizens of the country, but some of the fundamental rights are given to the foreigners or the visitors who come to our country as well. Now, in next part, we will learn about fundamental duties. Well, fundamental rights and fundamental duties, they sound very similar, but there is a huge difference between fundamental rights and fundamental duties. The basic difference is that fundamental rights are the rights given by law to the citizens, but fundamental duties are the duties of Indian citizens towards their country. It is not given by law. We will learn more about fundamental duties in our next part.